Hi everyone, Dr. Mandell here. If you're spending money on expensive protein powders, shakes, and supplements, stop right now, because the truth is, your body doesn't need those artificial blends to rebuild muscle. What it really needs is nature. And nature gave us one of the most powerful muscle-repairing foods on the planet, the humble almond. Almonds are one of the most complete muscle foods in existence. They're not just protein, they're bioavailable protein, which means your body absorbs and uses it efficiently without the digestive stress that many powders cause. 1 ounce of almonds, that's about 23 almonds, gives you 6 grams of high-quality protein, 4 grams of fiber, and a powerful dose of vitamin E, magnesium, and antioxidants. Nature has always known the secret long before we tried to bottle it into a scoop of protein powder. For centuries, strength didn't come from laboratories or flavored shakes. It came from real food grown by the earth, filled with living nutrients. Today, millions of people spend billions of dollars chasing bigger muscles, faster recovery, and more energy through powders that promise miracles. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most protein powders on the market are heavily processed, filled with artificial sweeteners, gums, and isolates that your body doesn't fully recognize. What you think is helping your body may actually be overloading your kidneys, slowing your digestion, and creating inflammation that blocks the very muscle growth you're working for. Real strength doesn't come from a chemical cocktail. It comes from nature's original design, whole foods that speak the same biological language as your cells. And among all natural muscle-repairing foods, one stands above the rest: the almond. The almond isn't just a snack. It's a complete recovery system disguised in a tiny shell. Every almond is a biochemical masterpiece, holding protein that's alive, balanced, and ready for use. Scientists call it bioavailable protein, meaning your body can absorb and use nearly all of it for rebuilding muscle tissue. A scoop of protein powder might boast 25 grams of protein, but if only half of it gets absorbed due to additives and incomplete amino acid profiles, how much are you really getting? On the other hand, a handful of almonds, about 23 nuts, contains 6 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, and a full spectrum of essential amino acids, magnesium, vitamin E, and antioxidants that work in harmony with your metabolism, not against it. That's the difference between man-made nutrition and nature-made intelligence. In 2022, researchers published a study in Frontiers in Nutrition that shocked the fitness world. They found that athletes who ate almonds after training didn't just recover faster, they showed lower levels of inflammation, reduced muscle damage, and improved endurance in subsequent workouts. The secret wasn't just protein, it was synergy. Almonds contain a unique combination of amino acids and healthy fats that lower oxidative stress in muscle tissue. This means fewer free radicals, less soreness, and faster healing. Protein powders, on the other hand, often cause oxidative stress because of their artificial processing. So while you might think you're building, you're actually burning through your body's recovery resources. And here's something most people never think about: digestion. Your muscles don't get stronger from the food you eat. They get stronger from what you absorb. Many protein powders contain whey, soy, or pea isolates that are stripped of natural enzymes, forcing your digestive system to work overtime. This leads to bloating, gas, and incomplete absorption. Almonds, however, come with their own digestive enzymes, fiber, and healthy fats that slow absorption and optimize nutrient delivery. This slow, steady release of amino acids keeps your bloodstream supplied with the building blocks for muscle growth for hours, even while you sleep. It's like nature's slow drip IV for recovery. Now let's look at the numbers that few ever talk about. A typical serving of protein powder contains around 150–200 calories, most of them from processed protein isolates. A serving of almonds provides the same amount of calories, but with fiber, magnesium, and vitamin E that actually protect your cells from oxidative stress and aging. Magnesium alone is one of the most underrated minerals in muscle health. Without it, your body cannot complete the process of protein synthesis. In fact, magnesium deficiency has been linked to chronic fatigue, muscle cramps, and slower recovery. Every handful of almonds gives you a strong dose of magnesium, fueling your muscle cells' ability to grow and repair themselves. And there's another hidden truth, something you feel but rarely understand. The energy you get from almonds is clean energy because they contain monounsaturated fats. Almonds stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing those spikes and crashes that happen after consuming processed supplements. This means your workouts last longer, your energy remains stable, and your muscles stay in an anabolic or growth-promoting state for hours after eating. Compare that to the quick burn of a protein shake. It floods your bloodstream, spikes insulin, and fades away before your body can even use it properly. One gives you instant gratification, the other builds lasting strength. There's a biological intelligence in natural foods that laboratories can't replicate. Almonds come with antioxidants that protect cell membranes from damage during intense exercise. Vitamin E, found abundantly in almonds, is a fat-soluble antioxidant that literally shields your muscle cells from oxidative destruction. That's why people who eat almonds regularly show lower levels of C-reactive protein, a biomarker of inflammation linked to muscle breakdown and cardiovascular disease. When you eat almonds, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're protecting your heart, your brain, and your future energy reserves all at once. Think about this for a moment. In ancient cultures, warriors didn't rely on supplements. They relied on natural foods that restored their bodies after battle. Almonds were prized by Persian, Greek, and Roman soldiers as a strength nut. They knew that what grows from the earth heals faster than what's mixed in a factory. And modern science is proving them right. The amino acid arginine in almonds improves nitric oxide production, expanding blood vessels and increasing oxygen flow to muscles. This means faster healing, less fatigue, and better performance without the side effects of synthetic boosters. Yet somehow, we've lost faith in nature. We've been conditioned to believe that health must come from something packaged, flavored, and sold with big promises. But the body doesn't recognize artificial ingredients as fuel. It recognizes enzymes, minerals, and amino acids that evolved with us over thousands of years. That's why when you eat almonds instead of powders, your body responds immediately. Your energy stabilizes, your digestion improves, and your recovery time shortens. Your body knows the language of nature, and almonds speak it fluently. Now here's a thought that might change how you see food forever. The human body is a miracle of precision. It's not a machine you can force feed with isolated compounds. It's a living ecosystem that thrives on balance. Every time you choose a natural food like almonds, you're not just building muscle. You're restoring the communication between your cells, your hormones, and your energy systems. You're giving your body the tools it was designed to use, not synthetic substitutes. So the next time you reach for a shiny tub of protein powder, ask yourself, do you really need it? Or are you ignoring the wisdom of nature sitting quietly on your kitchen counter? A handful of almonds can do what no factory-made supplement ever could: repair, rebuild, and restore your muscles the way your body was designed to do it. Real protein doesn't come from marketing, it comes from life itself. Your body doesn't need more chemicals. It needs truth. It needs real nourishment. It needs what nature intended. And that truth is as simple as this: forget the powders, forget the promises. The power to rebuild your body has been in your hands all along, small, raw, and humble, the almond. Every night when you close your eyes, your body begins one of the most extraordinary transformations in biology. While you rest, your brain slows, your breathing deepens, and beneath the surface, your muscles begin to rebuild themselves. It's during this quiet, invisible process that real growth happens, not in the gym, not during the workout, but in the stillness of sleep. Yet the quality of that repair depends entirely on what raw materials you've given your body before the night begins. And here's the secret that few fitness experts ever mention: the simplest, most natural fuel for overnight muscle recovery isn't found in a powder or pill, it's found in a single handful of almonds. When you eat almonds before bed, you're not just consuming protein. You're feeding your body a biochemical signal that tells it to rebuild, restore, and recover. Almonds are rich in magnesium, a mineral that acts like the ignition key for muscle recovery. Without magnesium, your body cannot perform protein synthesis, the process that repairs muscle fibers torn during exercise. Every contraction and every flex of your muscle depends on magnesium to function properly. Studies have shown that nearly 70% of adults don't get enough of it. That deficiency doesn't just cause cramps or fatigue, it literally slows down your muscles' ability to heal. Almonds give your body that missing link. Just a handful provides almost 20% of your daily magnesium needs, allowing your muscles to repair themselves efficiently while you sleep. But magnesium is only part of the story. Almonds also contain arginine, an amino acid that transforms into nitric oxide inside your blood vessels. This single chemical change widens your arteries, boosts circulation, and ensures that every muscle fiber receives a steady flow of oxygen and nutrients through the night. The better your blood flow, the faster your muscles can clear lactic acid and repair microtears. That's why eating almonds before bed helps you wake up without stiffness, without soreness, and with the deep, quiet strength that comes from true recovery. Nature designed it perfectly. Magnesium relaxes your nervous system, while arginine energizes your circulation. One calms, one restores, both heal. Science confirms this balance. In a 2022 study from Frontiers in Nutrition, athletes who ate almonds after training showed lower levels of creatine kinase, a marker of muscle damage, and had reduced inflammation compared to those who didn't. Their bodies produced more antioxidant compounds overnight, repairing oxidative stress caused by intense exercise. These natural antioxidants, especially vitamin E, found abundantly in almonds, work like tiny bodyguards that protect muscle cells from being damaged by free radicals. And when your cells stay protected, they can focus all their energy on building stronger, denser, more resilient muscle tissue. But something even more fascinating happens when you combine almonds with sleep. Magnesium in almonds enhances the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep cycle. It quiets the sympathetic nervous system, lowering cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle tissue. When cortisol drops, growth hormone rises, and growth hormone is the master signal for regeneration. It's the hormone that triggers new protein formation, collagen synthesis, and fat metabolism. Every night while you sleep, growth hormone surges in rhythmic waves. Almonds fuel that surge by providing amino acids and minerals right when your body needs them most. During deep sleep, the phase scientists call slow-wave sleep, when tissue repair is at its peak. Now imagine this. You finish your evening workout, shower, and sit down for your final meal. You skip the protein shake, and instead, you eat a small bowl of soaked almonds, raw, unsalted, softened by water to awaken their enzymes. As you drift to sleep, your body begins its restoration ritual. The soaked almonds release slow, steady amino acids into your bloodstream. Glutamine, leucine, valine, and isoleucine, the critical components for muscle growth. Unlike powders that flood your body all at once, almonds release nutrients gradually, aligning perfectly with your body's natural overnight rhythm. Every hour, your muscles receive what they need to rebuild. By morning, you don't just feel rested, you feel reconstructed from the inside out. The beauty of this process lies in its simplicity. Your body is an intelligent organism. It doesn't need more synthetic supplements. It needs the right biological cues. Almonds provide that cue. The healthy monounsaturated fats in almonds stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the night, preventing the insulin spikes that interfere with growth hormone release. When your blood sugar stays balanced, your endocrine system can do its work uninterrupted, repairing tissues, burning fat, and building lean muscle. You wake up not just lighter and stronger, but with a mind that's calmer, clearer, and more focused. Let's talk about something most people don't connect with recovery: the brain-muscle relationship. Your muscles don't work in isolation. They respond to signals from your nervous system. When you're stressed, anxious, or sleep-deprived, your brain sends out a cascade of stress hormones that tighten muscle fibers and delay recovery. Almonds, rich in magnesium and vitamin B2, counteract this by calming the nervous system and enhancing the release of GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and deep sleep. This is why when you eat almonds regularly before bed, you start waking up not just with less soreness, but with a peaceful energy that carries into your day. And the results are measurable. In multiple studies, subjects who consumed magnesium-rich foods before bed experienced an average of 25% deeper sleep, higher morning energy, and faster muscle recovery rates. That's not just about performance, it's about longevity. Chronic sleep deprivation and muscle inflammation accelerate aging, while consistent nutrient-fueled sleep literally reverses cellular damage. The antioxidants in almonds, especially vitamin E, neutralize free radicals that cause premature aging in muscle and skin cells. This means that while your muscles rebuild stronger, your tissues stay youthful, elastic, and resilient. You're not just building strength, you're preserving it for the long term. Let's put this into perspective. When you eat almonds before bed, your body enters a state of anabolic recovery, a time when it turns broken protein fibers into new muscle tissue. Every cell is like a small factory, taking in raw materials and producing strength. The amino acids from almonds act as the building blocks. Magnesium is the foreman ensuring every process runs smoothly, and vitamin E is the security system guarding against cellular breakdown. Together, they create an environment where healing becomes effortless, natural, and complete. This is what modern science is rediscovering: the simple truth that the human body evolved with real food, not formulas. When you give your body almonds, you're not just feeding muscles. You're feeding a process that's millions of years old, a process that knows exactly how to restore, recover, and regenerate without your conscious effort. You sleep, and your body does the rest. So if you've been waking up tired, sore, and frustrated despite all your workouts, the problem isn't your effort, it's your recovery. You're trying to rebuild a natural body with unnatural tools. Switch to almonds before bed, and you'll feel the difference within days. Your mornings will no longer start with stiffness and fatigue. They'll begin with clarity, calmness, and the subtle power of a body that's been truly healed overnight. Forget the lab-made formulas. Nature already perfected the recovery process, and sometimes all it takes is a handful of almonds and a good night's sleep to remind your body of what it's capable of. Because real recovery isn't about how hard you train, it's about how deeply you allow yourself to heal. And in that silent space between dusk and dawn, while the world sleeps and your heart beats quietly, almonds whisper to your muscles, it's time to rebuild. Most people think eating almonds is simple. Grab a handful and you're done. But that tiny detail, how you prepare them when you eat them, and how your body receives them, can mean the difference between average results and complete cellular transformation. Because almonds aren't just food, they're living organisms filled with dormant power. The key is learning how to wake that power up. When you eat almonds raw and dry straight from the packet, they still hold their nutrients, but they're asleep. When you soak them overnight in water, something extraordinary happens. Their enzymes awaken, their anti-nutrients break down, their proteins soften, and their minerals become more bioavailable. What was once a hard nut becomes a living, breathing source of energy that your body can absorb instantly. This isn't superstition, it's biology. Every almond carries phytic acid, a natural compound that protects the seed from predators in nature. But in the human body, phytic acid binds to minerals like calcium, iron, and zinc, preventing their absorption. So when you eat unsoaked almonds, you may be consuming nutrients that your body can't fully use. Soaking almonds neutralizes that phytic acid, releasing minerals and unlocking enzyme inhibitors that make digestion easier. It's like taking a lock off a treasure chest. A study published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology found that soaked almonds contain higher levels of free amino acids and antioxidants compared to raw ones. That means your muscles get faster access to the amino acids needed to rebuild tissue, and your cells get stronger protection against oxidative stress. But the timing of when you eat them is just as critical. Your body follows a rhythm, a circadian rhythm, that dictates when it digests, absorbs, and rebuilds most effectively. The best time to consume soaked almonds for muscle recovery is either right after your workout, when your muscle fibers are crying out for repair materials, or before bed, when your body shifts into recovery mode. 10 to 15 soaked almonds, peeled and chewed slowly, provide a steady flow of amino acids, healthy fats, and magnesium that keep your body in an anabolic state all night long. It's slow fuel. No spikes, no crashes, just continuous nourishment. Now here's something that shocks most people. When almonds are soaked, their protein doesn't just become easier to digest, it becomes more effective. The enzyme amylase activated during soaking helps break down starches and improves nutrient absorption. The skin, while rich in antioxidants, also contains tannins that block nutrient uptake. Removing that skin after soaking reduces digestive stress and allows for cleaner absorption. Every small step, the soaking, the peeling, the timing, turns a simple nut into a complete recovery system. And this isn't just about athletes, it's about anyone who wants their body to repair faster, age slower, and stay energized longer. Let's go deeper into the science of how your body processes almonds once you eat them. The fats in almonds are primarily monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy kind found in olive oil. These fats not only support cardiovascular health, but also slow the release of sugar into the bloodstream, keeping insulin stable. Stable insulin is crucial because insulin isn't just a sugar hormone. It's also an anabolic hormone that helps drive amino acids into muscle cells. When insulin levels are balanced, your body stays in an optimal state for muscle growth and repair. So those soaked almonds you eat at night aren't just feeding your muscles. They're creating the perfect hormonal environment for healing. And while protein powders often give your body a rapid surge of amino acids followed by a crash, almonds do the opposite. They create what scientists call a sustained amino acid profile. This means amino acids are released gradually into your bloodstream for 6 to 8 hours, mirroring the body's natural repair timeline during sleep. Imagine that, while you're dreaming, your muscles are quietly receiving a continuous stream of nutrients from the almonds you ate before bed. It's recovery without effort, rebuilding without struggle. There's another layer to this miracle that most people overlook: the role of micronutrients. Each soaked almond is a powerhouse of magnesium, potassium, and manganese, minerals essential for the contraction and relaxation of muscle fibers. Magnesium acts as a natural calcium blocker, preventing cramps and spasms during rest. Potassium maintains fluid balance inside the muscle cells, ensuring they stay hydrated and plump, while manganese supports collagen formation, strengthening the connective tissues that hold your muscles together. Together, they don't just repair muscles, they reinforce them from the ground up. You might wonder, can something so simple really make such a difference? Consider this. People who consume nuts regularly live longer, have lower rates of cardiovascular disease, and show better markers of metabolic health. A Harvard study that followed over 100,000 people for 3 decades found that daily nut eaters had a 20% lower risk of dying from all causes. The researchers concluded that the synergy of nutrients in nuts, especially almonds, supports not only muscle recovery, but the overall repair of the human body. Every system benefits: your heart, brain, immune function, and metabolism, all fueled by the same humble nut you once saw as a snack. Now imagine incorporating this small ritual into your routine. Every night you take a small bowl, fill it with water, and drop in a handful of raw, unroasted almonds. As they soak, they swell, the enzymes awaken, and the seed prepares for growth. In the morning, you peel them, revealing the softened white kernels within. Those tiny pieces of nature are now alive, ready to rebuild your body the way a seed rebuilds a tree. You eat them slowly, feeling your body respond instantly. Your digestion calmer, your energy more stable, your muscles less sore, your mind clearer. Within a week, you notice subtle changes. Your skin glows, your sleep deepens, your workouts feel stronger. Within a month, your body begins to transform from the inside out. What's most beautiful about this process is that it costs almost nothing. It doesn't come in a shiny container. It doesn't need flavoring or promises. It's real food doing what it was designed to do: heal. Yet, most people overlook it, reaching instead for quick fixes that never deliver lasting results. They forget that healing and rebuilding aren't instant. They're rhythmic, like nature itself. And almonds, when prepared and used correctly, sync perfectly with that rhythm. Your body doesn't respond to trends, it responds to truth. And the truth is that food in its natural form, activated by simple rituals like soaking, has a power no supplement can replicate. Every soaked almond you eat is a reminder that you don't need to outsmart nature. You just need to cooperate with it. When you give your body living nutrients, it gives you back energy, strength, and vitality that no laboratory formula can match. So tonight, as you prepare for sleep, try this. Soak a handful of almonds. Let them come alive overnight. In the morning or before bed the next day, eat them mindfully, knowing that every bite is fueling not just your muscles, but your entire recovery system. This isn't superstition, it's science verified by centuries of human experience and decades of modern research. The body that built empires, survived wars, and endured centuries of change has always trusted food like this. The human body doesn't evolve on synthetic powders. It thrives on the simplicity of nature. So forget the shortcuts. Forget the flashy labels. Your best recovery plan has been sitting in your kitchen all along. 10 soaked almonds, one simple ritual, infinite healing potential. Because sometimes the most powerful transformations begin not with what you add, but with what you return to. Nature knew how to build muscle long before protein shakes existed. You just have to listen.